Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching Greenwave TV Alternative Media Television. When's the last time you had a real conversation? Google just announced a few days ago they'll be coming out with their new Google Glass eyewear. And they put out this pretty amazing, enthralling commercial where it shows people doing really cool stuff. You know, they're jumping out of airplanes, flying airplanes, they're in weather balloons, they're doing gymnastic stunts, saying, Google Glass, start a video now. Google Glass, share this picture with Bob now. Google Glass, do this and that. And you see these people, they're just wearing their chips, you know, just, hey, you know, this is really cool. I no longer have a real life. I now live in virtual reality. And it just makes me wonder, and I mean, I feel so conflicted about this because part of me says, wow, this is amazing. Look at this technology. Look at how freeing this is, how liberating this is. And then the other side of me is like, oh my God, we're going to be constantly monitored. Here we have Big Brother using their influence. And not only are they chipping us with cell phones, which I have here, you can see I got a little iPhone here. Not only are we chipped with that, even when it's off, even when the battery is out, you know, people like me, I mean, I know they're listening to me. I know they're listening to me. I know that they're taking images of the room I'm in. I know that they're hearing and tuning into my conversations. I'm being logged into a gigantic database in places like Colorado where they've spent billions of dollars building algorithms around things that you say. You know, if you say the word assassinate, for example, I'm sure you just get logged straight into a database. I'm sure I'm being SEO'd right now. And what I find amazing about our culture and society now is that people just have no real life interaction. I'll literally be out with friends, or I'll be in a busy place. I'll be in a restaurant, and I'll see people with their iPhones and their iPads, and they're taking pictures of their children, or they're sharing this or that, yet they're not having a real conversation with the person staring right at them. And what's strange is that, of course, we use and utilize social media to its full potential. I do as an organizing mechanism to get the truth out, to get people to, as Alex Jones has coined, to use the info war against the machine. But have we not gotten to a point in society where we're lacking real human interaction? And nothing beats that. And we can't forget about that. We can't forget about the reality and what's real about shaking somebody's hand, staring them in the eye, and getting all of that interaction and subtext that you can't get over a phone. You can't get through virtual reality. You can't get through an iPhone or its Droid comparable device. And what does this say about our society at large? And it's funny to see how people use Facebook and Twitter and all these things. You know, they'll take pictures of what they're eating for lunch. You know, like, hey, look, I'm eating a pepperoni pizza. Isn't that interesting? Honestly, no, it's not interesting. Nobody cares. Most people don't even live interesting lives. They're comforted by their lives. They live in a comfort zone. But most Americans and most people around the world, let's just face facts, are lazy. They're lazy, so we're living through an alternate reality. Like, oh wow, isn't that a cool video game I'm playing? Isn't that a cool video I'm watching? Isn't that person doing something cool? To the point where the only enjoyment our society and culture is getting back is living through something that isn't even real. And so we have a merger of reality and non-reality blurring itself to where we already know they've taken over in the public sector. We already know that we're being watched. We already know that. But what about all the devices, the computers, the handhelds, the cameras, the appliances in our homes now that are watching us and documenting our every move? And how do you feel about that? I want to hear about that in the comment box below. How do you feel about being constantly monitored? By sitting across from a gentleman, a man or a woman, let's say you're at a train station, you're on the subway in your city or wherever it is you live, and he's wearing a pair of Google glasses, videotaping you live. I mean, at least with these guys, we can kind of see them when they're videotaping you. You kind of know if you're on public display. But now we have a merger of the public authoritarian police state, authoritative police state, and a merger with our private lives. And what does it say about the quality of our life? And what does this say about the quality of human interaction that in a lot of respects, I don't even see the American people or the people anywhere in the world for that matter truly having anymore. In fact, most people seem more concerned about what they can post, what they can like, what they can favorite versus shaking a real person's hand, sharing a beautiful kiss with someone they care about or love, maybe reading a book out loud with your family or playing a board game like they used to do, which children nowadays have no idea what that's like. I mean, I'll literally go to a restaurant, I'll see 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds on iPads. Is that a good thing, honestly? Is that a good thing for a 2-year-old to be on an iPad? An electronic device changing his brain chemistry and inhibiting his social skills in the real world? Is that really where society has gravitated towards? And it's almost like the technology has pushed so far ahead that it's taken away from our own quality of life and our own humanity. And I think we as thinking people need to think about the effects of this technology, the effects of these devices, and the effects of new devices soon to come. The Google Glass and the Google Glass is just the latest hit and the latest step to full chipping. You know, they've chipped our cell phones. They're now chipping our eyewear at $1,500 a pop. The next chip will be an implanted chip. Will be a chip that you wear internally in your body through nanotechnology. And the technology is already here. And the question I have for you is, are you going to take that chip? Are you going to allow your child, your son, your daughter, or yourself to be chipped with that technology? Are you going to wear that mark?